Well, you think phone calling is out of style today? Well, not if you do video calling. So today I'm going to teach you a couple of different ways in which you can make video calls to your grandchildren. You're going to love it, and your grandkids will too. Stay tuned. So for this podcast, I have a special note for my listeners in Apple or Spotify or other audio platforms. You may want to check out the video version I created in YouTube for this one, as the visuals will really help you. I'll put a link in the show notes, but you can also just go to YouTube and search for the show with the same name, Technology Tips for Seniors. Okay, so FaceTime. If you have an iPhone, and your kids do too, then I'm going to show you the easiest way to make a video call. It's so easy, it's like making a phone call. In fact, you do it almost the same way on the iPhone. So open your phone app. It's the picture of the phone that you use for regular calls, and find the contact that you want to call. Now, they can be in contacts, recents, or favorites. It doesn't matter. Now, you just look to the right, and in the same row there, you'll be able to see just a little blue lowercase I with a circle around it. And this is meaning information. So press this symbol. And now a screen comes up with all of that person's information. So right under their name, you're going to see a row of buttons, and the buttons say like message, and there's a symbol with a phone on it, and there in the middle, you'll see a symbol named video. So when you press that button, the other person who owns the iPhone, you'll see this be initiating this video call. And so that's it. That's all it takes. You may see other options when you press on that video button. So especially if the person doesn't have an iPhone. But if they do, it's going to say select FaceTime. And if that option exists, you'll kick off your first video call. So don't forget, if you're calling your grandchild, you'll need to call your child or somebody as an adult who has a phone and ask to speak to them. Or if your grandchild has an iPhone, then you're off and running. So that's it for FaceTime. I also want to show you Zoom, because Zoom is another way to make video calling. And it can be used for everyone, even if they don't have an iPhone. And there's other applications or services that do video calling, like Skype is one that's been around for a really long time. But Zoom on your phone is the one I'm going to show you because it's so easy to use. Now, I say easy, but what I mean is that it's easy when you have the hang of it. You'll want to follow this on YouTube, like I said earlier, and play it a few times so you can get the sequence down. So before even I get started with how to do it, you're going to have to download Zoom first and establish an account. And this is no different than many other of the apps services that you've downloaded before. But if you haven't done that and you're not yet comfortable with that, I'm going to do a podcast just for downloading apps and creating accounts in the near future. Right now, I'm assuming that you know how to do that and that you have Zoom on your phone. Zoom permits up to 40 minutes of free calling when you have one of their free accounts. Now, I have an account which during the pandemic was absolutely worth it, because you can make multi-person video calls easily, and that was really helpful for keeping our family connected. So once you have Zoom on your phone and you have your account established, you'll open up the app by clicking on its icon. And at the bottom of the screen, you'll see a row of buttons, and these are called tabs. And one of them says Meetings, and this is the one with the video camera image on it. And there's a few others to the right. But if the Meeting tab isn't already blue, then just tap on it and it'll turn blue. Now, at the top of the screen, you'll see the word Meetings. And right below that, you'll see a row of buttons. The first on the left is New Meeting, and it should be marked in orange. So press on New Meeting, and a new window is going to pop up. And there, you can select if you want to start a meeting with the large blue button that's across the middle. So press on that blue button, and you'll see a box open that says, "To hear others, please join audio." And then it will give you a few options. So press on the Wi-Fi or cellular data choice that's below that, and you're in. Now, the only thing you have to do is invite others to join you. So you're already in on this video call, but you want people to meet you there. So tap on the middle of the screen where your picture is showing, and a little menu will pop up at the bottom of the screen. And you want to select Participants in the middle of this menu. And you'll see a new window pop up where you're listed at the top, and at the very bottom left, you'll see a button. So way down at the bottom of the screen, you're going to see a button labeled Invite. It may not even look like a button, but it says Invite. When you press on it, a new menu is going to open, and that will give you options for how you can invite someone to this call. So you can pick either send an email if you want to send one, or send a message if you're going to send a text. So let's do text for now. So a new window appears, and what Zoom has done is it's populated the body of the text that you're going to send with the link that that person you're inviting needs to use in order to join. And you'll have to populate the to field of the person you want to invite. So you enter their name or phone number at the top of that to, where it says to, and select them from the list that pops up, and then hit the send arrow. It's an arrow pointing upward, just like you've always sent your texts. Now you wait, and they'll have to join the call. So it helps if you've prearranged for this call to happen so that they're looking for the link you just sent them. But if all goes well, then they'll join you in the video call with video, and you'll be off and running. Now, as I said earlier, I said it was easy, but what I mean to say is that when you have the hang of it, it's easy. So you'll want to follow this on YouTube and play the YouTube video a few times so you can get the sequence down. Feel free to message me in the comments section if you're having trouble, and I'll reply and even provide further clarification if I haven't covered something completely. This is also a good time for me to say that comments are a good way to get your questions answered. Or if you have a topic and you'd like me to cover it, I'll try to do one on your specific issue if I can. So thanks for joining me today for Tech Tips for Seniors. Please remember to like and subscribe and pass this on to a friend who can get something out of it. And stay tuned for the next video in this series, Virtual Storytime for Connecting with Your Grandchildren. Take care.